everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Two Bros, One Beard. I'm John, here with my brother Michael. And
Heyo.
we got a new segment here for you. This one we're calling Songs We Love by Bands We Don't.
Yep.
So just to kind of clarify, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like a band we absolutely hate or can't stand or anything like that.
Definitely.
Or have anything against. It's not a band we follow or actively anticipate new releases or anything like that, but they do have those songs that we really, really enjoy.
Yeah,
definitely. So we're going to start with 5 picks here. Hopefully down the road we can do another one of these. And bro, I'd like to start off with you. We'll just kind of go back and forth here.
Okay.
And I'd love to hear your
I've
your 5th pick.
I think there's some that are gonna disappoint you, but
it's fine.
I'm just they're bands, like I said, we don't hate them. I would say maybe I even kind of like them, but I'm just not. I wouldn't call myself a fan.
Right.
And this first one is gonna shock you. I'm not really a big Queensryche fan. They're one of the few bands that I actually really like the singer, but don't like the band. I don't think there's any other band like that. Because usually if I love the singer, I'm going to love the band. Mm-hmm. In this case, I just don't like their songs. But one of the best songs I've ever heard is Silent Lucidity. And that's the one I picked because I love Jeff Tate's voice. And this is where I think the character and uniqueness of his voice can be heard the most. Obviously, everyone knows he could sing, as high as anyone else has ever sung. I was thinking Queen of the Reich because I love that song too. Mm-hmm. But I love the softer sound of his voice. He's one of the most unique singers out there, and I've just always really loved this song. And this is the one that kind of came to me right away when we were doing this segment. So that's what I'm going to start out with.
Right on. Well, I'm going to start off with Toto. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that would have been great.
So you had to return the favor. No, I'm going to start off with the track Keeper of the Seven Keys by Helloween off of their album Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2, which came out in 1988. And
they had the Keeper of the Seven Keys was on the second album. They didn't have it on the first album. Doesn't make any sense. All right. That's correct. So that's why we don't like the band.
I can't even begin to follow the story because there's also a third Keeper album. And
oh, wow.
Well, what I will say is Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2 does a really good job of telling, in my opinion, it just tells the story. I don't know why there's more to the story or where the rest is. I don't care. Yeah. I absolutely adore this song. It is by far my favorite thing Michael Kiske has ever sung on, and it is it's just a masterpiece. I mean, it's about 13 and a half minutes. It goes through all these different movements, and the riffs are incredible, and it's just superb, all the way through. It's such a good song. So I 100% go back to it from time to time.
Okay.
Try to go further into the record and even subsequent releases, and they have a couple other songs here and there that I enjoy, but nothing like this. To me, this just stands so far and above everything else they ever did. They're such an inconsistent band for me. And
to me, I mean, they're another band that, I haven't really even explored that much, but I'm not a big Kiske fan. It's because I feel like his voice just got worse over time. He just kept getting worse, and he didn't learn how to kind of alter his voice at all. Kind of the way Ray Alder went from singing really high to mastering the kind of the lower register. Jeff Tate was able to. I feel like he wasn't able to. It's kind of I could sing super high. That's all I got. But yeah, good choice.
Cool. That's my first pick. Back to you.
All right, my second pick. I think this is a band we both just don't care for, and please don't hate us.
Slapface. How does that? One of it.
If you hear this, but I'm going with Iron Maiden's The Trooper.
Good pick.
A band I don't understand. I mean, I know they're beloved. They're up there. I would guess on most people's Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Of metal, but to me, give me Judas Priest, give me Sabbath, give me bands like that over them. I'm just not a big Bruce Dickinson fan, but I love this song's killer. Even with not liking his voice, it's just one of the coolest metal songs. I would prefer the Iced Earth cover, I think that's
man, really
so awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love Stu singing it and then throwing in like a scream at the end of one of the lines that wasn't in the original song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's still one of the coolest, like almost it's like a battle song, or if you're working out and you're running or doing something, you want a song to really get the blood pumping. That's the Trooper. It's really like it's a vivid song too. You almost picture the cannons shooting off, and it should be like their trademark. If it's not, it should be, because it's so fitting of their cover. I forgot what their mascot's called, but
Eddie. Well, I think it's up there.
There you go.
I really think it is.
I'm sure it is, but that's like the song that like symbolizes Iron Maiden to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my pick.
Yeah, and my next pick is from the same band. It's "Hallowed Be Thy Name."
Okay.
From Number of the Beast, came out the year before the Trooper.
Okay.
It's to me just another outstanding example of what the band could do really, really well.
Yeah.
And what Steve Harris especially could do as a songwriter. It's a longer song, but it just has a perfect opening and just crescendos so nicely, and it gets into the the meat of the song. So emotive. It's another one. His storytelling ability and the lyrics is just this is just another example. Like the Trooper. I mean, you can really feel what the character's going through, and man, I mean, it's just I
think that's
such a good song.
I'm guessing that Bruce was the primary lyricist. I think that's what he does well. Isn't he somewhat of a historian himself? And story. I think he did like a tour where he just told stories, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of like his thing. He is a good storyteller.
That is true. I don't know if he wrote the lyrics to this though or not.
I almost feel like they were a band that they should have changed tonally too. It's like,
yeah,
they should have gotten heavier and modern, and I feel like they never did, like Judas Priest did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. You would think of all things that would be listed on Wikipedia, that would be. Oh no, Steve Harris wrote the whole thing.
Oh well. Clearly, I don't know anything. So
yeah, I don't know when Bruce started writing lyrics, or if he writes. I have no idea.
Okay.
It's not quite like the Judas Priest thing where Halford was the lyricist. So
yeah.
I don't know. Definitely not on that song or the Troopers.
Not on all the good ones, anyway, I guess.
Am I right? Yeah, Trooper is credited to Harris. So yeah, that guy is definitely gifted.
Yep. All right, moving on to my next. This could probably be another shocker. It's another band that you give me their greatest hits, I'm gonna love it. Give me their 12 best songs, and that I'm good to go. And I'm looking forward to their new album. They're on Mount Rushmore as well. I'm going with Metallica. I don't love Metallica. I don't think there's a single album that I love.
Okay.
But there's 10, 12 songs that I think are some of the best metal songs ever. I'm going with Nothing Else Matters, because it's one of they don't have too many mellow, and it's not a ballad, but it's as mellow as they get pretty much. And this has always been a song I've loved since I was probably a kid. Great. I love the melody on this one. They actually did like a version of it on the new Wednesday show. Tim Burton,
Oh, really?
He directed the first 4 episodes. After that, I just bailed on the show. But anyway, she plays it like the melody on like violin or cello, whatever it is, and it's pretty killer. It's such a recognizable melody. You know it as soon as you hear it.
Right.
And I like James' voice on this in particular. Sometimes, it's usually like they only have like 2 tempos, super fast or slow like this. And I feel like the melodies are too repetitive. They have too many songs that sound the same to me. So I like his more emotive voice like on this one. But anyway, I'm looking forward to their new album. We're definitely going to review it. I did like their last album. It was one of my favorites of theirs. But yeah, so I thought maybe that'd be surprising to you that I threw this song in there.
It is surprising. Might have to make a fan out of you with like Injustice for All or something.
Yeah, it might have to,
huh? Next up for me is a band. I know you've never heard of them, bro, so this would be new, but
okay, cool.
Is a track called Nightfall Overture, and the band is Nightingale. And they originally released that song. It's the opening track on their first album. Came out in '95, but they re-recorded it in 2004 on I guess you can call it a compilation album called Nightfall Overture.
Okay.
So once again, it's the opening track. It's re-recorded. That's the version I heard first. I went back and listened to the original. It's not the same. There's something just magical about this track. I'm telling you. I will send it to you.
Okay, cool.
And it just, man, it has such a vibe and a mood to it. And the riff is killer. And then it just like, okay, this is great. But then like he changes it a bit and it gets even more killer. It's like, how did that happen? I swear, like you'll feel like you're floating. It's amazing. Singing is really great too. He's got a very, very full kind of baritone.
Okay.
Dan Swano is the artist, and
okay,
you know him from such classics as Glorious Collision. No, but you know him, his voice from what's the Aryan Project with Russell Allen and
Star One.
Star One. He's definitely on the second. I'm not too familiar with Star One, but he's for sure on that second one, I believe.
Okay.
With Damian Wilson, right? So three of them.
Yep.
So you probably have heard his voice before. He also does some of the. I think he contributes some of the extreme vocals to that, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
Anyway, because he can kind of do it all, but he has a great singing voice. He does, but there's no with Nightingale. It's all. I guess it's kind of classified, and I hate this term, but like stoner doom metal.
Okay.
But I don't understand that. I guess it's because of the tempo. I don't know, but maybe. It would not remind you of anything like that.
Okay.
I promise you. But anyways, so getting back to the theme of this episode, though, not in love with the full catalog, but this is that one song that I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm good. The song is so great.
So I
haven't heard another song of theirs even come close. So
okay,
that's it for me.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like there's some bands that we love or at least really like, and there's like certain songs that are better than maybe anything from a band we like. Would you say possibly? But it's like
possibly.
It's like the whole body of work. If it's only 1-2 songs on the record that I like, then I'm not even gonna give them the time of day. I think that's kind of the thing.
I think maybe, but actually, the more I think about it, no, because
that's like a stupid point.
Okay.
No, it's not a stupid point. It's just, if you think about it, like as amazing as that feeling was the first time I heard of Sins and Shadows by Symphony X, for instance.
That's true.
I had.
You like almost forgot the feeling of
Well, I forgot that feeling, but certainly they've delivered so much over the years that has come up to that level, if not exceeded it, such as the Odyssey. That the overall body of work is just there's so much on par with that song. Whereas
that's true, yeah.
I think with these other bands, what we're saying is like that song sticks out, and the rest of it just isn't quite they happen to capture a collection of chord changes and melodies and whatever into one package. It's like, hey, that's exactly what we want to listen to, and then that just happened to be that moment, and that was it.
And it's not just that; it's like these bands. I've always had an issue with their overall sound. Okay. I don't know if it's the production or the mix, but if I feel something just doesn't sound good, even if like the song structure or the chord progression is kind of grabbing me, but it's like I just don't like the way this band sounds. Queensryche's the big one. It's like, man, I still can't. If I listen to their newer stuff, especially, it stands out. I'm like, man, I hate the way they sound. I hate their tone. I hate the guitar tone. I hate the drums. I'm like, I don't understand this band at all. And then I just feel like they just don't write good songs as much as I like the singing on a lot of this stuff. All right, my next one, this could be a kind of a surprise one. I just heard it the other day, and I was like, man, I really like this song. But I guess, the band doesn't have too many albums, so there's not too much to kind of go off of. But I'm going to go with Into Eternity, Severe Emotional Distress.
Nice.
I'm not a fan of death metal, but I love the way they do it. It's like it'll be like one death metal line and then back into clean vocals, and they'll go back and forth. Whereas most death metal that has clean vocals, they'll save the clean vocals for just the chorus, and it's too intense for me, and I just don't like that vocal style. Also, Stu, it's not just like the super deep, devil growls. It's like he does like the super high screeching stuff. He does the Rob Halford screams, and then he has a good clean voice. I like this band because I think they write really cool, like progressive riffs. I guess they're classified as progressive metal, but their songs are all short, so that bothers me. If you're progressive, I need 7 to 10 minute songs consistently. Otherwise, you can't use that label.
I think they joke around and call it death prog or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Is Stu back in the band?
Yes.
He is? Okay, and they're working on something else?
I hope so.
Yeah. So I think I could become a fan of this band. They just don't have a big catalog. And no. I don't think I loved any of the albums. But I really like this song. It's really cool.
Very cool. Yeah. I would have said Timeless Winter off that record, but I know you like that video too. There's like this moment
that head bobbing thing he does.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can find that. That's hilarious.
Please. Yeah.
Because they use it a lot in in GIFs or whatever, it'll pop up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I've seen it like on the Iced Earth Facebook page and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up for me is a band called Dimmu Borgir, and this is Progonies of the Great Apocalypse.
Can you repeat that, John? What was that?
Dimmu Borgir.
Oh, of course, yes. Who doesn't know them?
Oh man, everybody knows them. Progonies
just rolls right off the tongue there.
Okay, the song is Progonies of the Great Apocalypse. It's from the album Death Cult Armageddon from 2003, and I just get such a kick out of this song. Like it's really heavy, beautifully orchestrated. I mean, the orchestra is just imagine like it's orchestrated in a kind of campy cinematic way, like a John Williams type thing. But it's like this would have to be the scene where like the bad guys are winning, I guess.
Okay.
But it's great, and there's a I guess pre-chorus. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it's sung by their bassist at the time, ICS Vortex, and he's got this like soaring Viking voice that's just like, man, like he's about to just pillage an entire village. Like he's just he's got this massive voice, kind of like a Marco Hietala from Nightwish kind of thing.
Who's the other singer that you like? They write all their songs are about battle and.
Oh, Sabaton?
Yeah, he reminds me of like a Viking voice.
Yeah, but imagine a more. I wouldn't say Joachim's like a great singer.
Okay, that's fair.
Imagine like
Marco, cool sound.
Like Marco from Nightwish. That guy can, you know what I mean? You've heard him really project and sing.
Yeah.
That's kind of ICS Vortex. So I may just have to send you this song. I'm not sending you the music video. It's disturbing, but I'll send you just the track. It's black metal, but it's symphonic black metal. It's not, kind of the difference being that it's not. It doesn't sound like it was recorded 2 rooms over and like on a boombox. While training. It was literally this is expertly produced and executed and put together. This is film score music, but black metal. Don't like the rest of the band's catalog. Although, I mean, there's some songs I definitely dig. It's fine. But the singer you're familiar with because he was Mephisto on the Black Halo.
Okay, yeah.
And that was Shagrath. So definitely a very distinct vocal style, I would say.
Distinct look to him, too, yeah.
And a distinct look. The whole band has a cool look. So, but I just get such a kick out of the song. Like, it's just so heavy, and there's choirs and a full symphony. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, the fact, like, who this is 2003. Who had the money for this? I mean, there was Century Media, I believe.
Okay.
Like, people between, like, them and Cradle of Filth, like, somebody was throwing some serious money at some of these bands at a time when Linkin Park was topping the rock charts. It's amazing that there was this kind of money for this stuff. I'm telling you. Anyway, imagine as big as Anything Off the Room. That's this song. I'm telling you.
Okay. Wow.
Killer song. All right, back to you.
All right, now this one, it's funny because this is like a band I used to love, but we might do a segment on this where bands that just fell off a cliff. It's like, what happened to you? It's like I can't even call myself a fan anymore, and I wouldn't even go back to their music. That's how angry I am that they've become.
I think I know
I'm going Sonata Arctica. And you could honestly, I could pick like whole albums because they used to be so great. But one of my favorite songs from them is The Last Amazing Grace. I think it's in their probably in their top 5. I think that's probably their best album. That is the title of the album, right? Is that the title track?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Amazing song, and they used to be such an amazing band. They were on a nice roll, especially I think they're starting their 2nd or 3rd album through their 6th or whatever. And yeah, this album is incredible. This song's amazing. I loved his voice. This is one of the first ones I heard from them. Yeah. So they were, I mean, I guess you classify them as melodic, power metal, but they were very different. They're super European sounding, but they weren't like a Stradivarius. Maybe they were kind of in the beginning. That's what they were trying to be.
Yeah.
But then they became more almost progressive power metal, I'd call them. And the song's awesome.
Yeah, the Queen influence definitely started to become way more pronounced, I think, on the previous record, Unia. And then on this record too, and then a few records down the road. But yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Great pick. I love that entire album, so it'd be hard to pick.
I know.
My last pick on this one is going to be The Book of Heavy Metal, March of the Metallians by Dream Evil. This is the campiest, the corniest, the silliest of all my picks on here. But man, I love this song. I gotta tell you, it is. Yeah. There's something about it, and you just even if you just read through the lyrics, you're like, what? How does this work? And it works because it's almost it's like a very tongue-in-cheek, using all of the metal tropes that I love.
Yeah.
But I'm good with it once. I need it in a 4-minute package.
Is there like dragon slaying in this one, perhaps? Or
there's not dragon slaying, but there's it's ridiculous. I'm telling you. Like it's like when Judas Priest would write certain songs about like these metal machines and blah blah blah. And but they're being serious. These guys were, like I said, it's a very tongue-in-cheek way of, and they know it too. They 100% is what they were going for. It is it's ridiculous, but every bit about it, the riffs, the solos, the vocals. I mean, I'm telling you, it's like just take all your favorite things about Priest and Maiden and Blind Guardian, Halloween, like just all of that stuff, and just mesh it into like 4 minutes. I don't need any more Dream Evil than this one song. I definitely do not. This is good. But man, this song rules, man. It's like, it's just got such a good sound to it. I got to share it with you. If it doesn't put a smile on your face, that's the thing too. It's like, there's so much of what we listen to. Like, I don't listen to Catatonia and smile, but I do love Catatonia.
Yeah.
This song is just like, like you just need that song in your collection.
Yeah, like a simple metal song that
exactly. It just checks all the boxes, and it's sort of like, I mean, shoot, I love a Big Mac just like the rest of us, but I don't want it every day, but every now and then.
It's true.
Wish I had a Big Mac and a large Coke.
This is the big
spot, huh?
It's the spot.
Yep.
This is it.
Did they get their name from Dio? Is that
they sure did?
Okay.
They sure did.
Yes, they did.
Yep. So yeah, that's my 5 picks.
Good picks. I mean, most of those songs I've never heard of, but
we'll change that. I'll send those your way.
All right, cool.
But yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to about do it for this segment here. These are songs we love by bands we don't. Yep. And
the new segment we're trying out. See if possibly we could do more down the road, but we had to come up with something this week. We didn't have anything new, so.
Right. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking out this video. And until next time, Take care, everyone.
Take care.